to Sierra Make. I'm Sierra, and today we're going to make a wraparound shirt. It is a super simple design. It's basically just a rectangle with a circle in it and some ties. So let's go check it out. For this project, I decided to use this purple lavender scrap fabric. As you can see, there's embroidery that I had attempted on it, so I'm just going to cut it up and use the parts that don't have embroidery on them. I probably should have made this shirt with a pattern material instead of just a solid color, but I didn't have any nice patterned material that I wanted as a shirt, so I went with this lavender. Yep. You'll see later on, when you see the actual shirt, why a patterned material would work better than a solid color. But anyways, back to making the shirt. This part that I'm cutting out right now is going to be the main rectangle. So the width is going to be your shoulders plus 2 inches or so and seam allowance. And then the length is going to be twice the length from your shoulders down to your waist or wherever you want the shirt to end. These next parts I'm cutting out are the ties, which I really just used the rest of the fabric because there wasn't a whole lot left, and I cut long strips out of it. Oh, also remember to cut out a 4 to 5 inch long square because this is going to end up being a circle for the neck piece. Okay, back to our main rectangle. We are going to pin up and hem those long edges that are going to hang over the shoulder area. By the way, I used a straight stitch for this hem, and I also made sure that the thread matched the color of the fabric so that you wouldn't see it. Or at least not too much. Moving on, we're going to take that square that we had cut out for the circle neck, and we're going to fold it over into 4 and mark the widest radius we can, which is hopefully 4.5–5 inches. Then we're going to do that again, except for the inner circle, which is going to be at least 3¼ inches. But this should really be whatever will go over your head. So if you want to do some math and find out the radius of your head, go for it. But otherwise, try and make it at least 3¼ inches. Going back over to our sewing machine, we're just going to flip it to a zigzag stitch with a 1.5 length and a width of 5. And we're going to zigzag around the outer edge of that circle. This will hopefully just hold the fabric in place so that it doesn't fray. Back over to that main rectangle, we're going to fold it into 4ths, and in where the center would be, we're going to measure out that same radius of the inner circle, which should be 3¼ inches or whatever you determined your head would fit through. Now we're just going to take this circle from before and place it on top of the other circle, and we're going to hem those together on the inner side of the circle. Make sure you place the circle on the right side of the fabric or the side that would be facing outward because it will be flipped underneath. Now we're going to make some quick cuts on the inner side of the circle and jump right over to the straps. On these straps, I'm just going to sew all of the pieces that I have together, and then I'm going to sew them onto the rectangle. Laying the widest strap down on the back of my shirt, I'm going to pin open that seam on the edge, and I'm hiding that seam on the edge so that you can't see it when the shirt's done. And then we're going to do the other side with the smaller strap. The smaller strap's going to be in the front because you don't really want to see it in the back, whereas the wider strap is in the back because when you tie it in the front, you really want it to pop. Once that stitch to hold it in place is done, we're going to fold the fabric in on itself, hiding those raw edges inside of the strap, and we are going to pin that together all the way to the ends of the strap and do the same to the other side. As you can see here, I pinned up both of the sides. I also pinned up the circle, the neck bit on the inside so that I can top stitch right there and hold it in place and sew it up. how did I start there and then have it get that big? Yeah, I don't like that. Okay, we're gonna fix that. So I'm struggling a bit on these final stitches. Whoops. It's not sewing. I ran out of bobbin. For some reason, I'm having a hard time making this shirt. But I got it done, eventually, with some wobbly lines that don't look so great, but you won't notice. Anyways, here's the final shirt. As you can see, the design is really simple. I mean, it's a rectangle in straps, and yet I had quite a difficult time actually sewing it together. Here it is on. As you can see, the bottom's super cute. The tie and bow turned out fantastic, but the top looks a little smocky. It kind of looks like I'm wearing a hospital gown or something, which wouldn't be such a big deal if it was a patterned material, I think. If I had picked a patterned fabric, I think it would have hid all of my wobbly sewing lines and kind of hid the weird shoulders and the general smock look. Oh my gosh, there's another cat! And that's the end of the video. Here's a little reminder, I post every Friday at 3, so please subscribe. Also hit that like button if you like the video, and comment if you would make this shirt. And thank you for watching.